Alright, welcome back. Frank Ramsey here, out for another painting adventure, walking around Valley Forge National Park. It's kind of a bad time of day to start painting, but it's the only time I had to get out, so it's been a while. Been busy redoing my studio at home. You know, complete makeover, floor, walls, all that stuff, so haven't had much time to get out here. So, I'll turn this camera around and show you what we're looking at here. So there we go. And we're headed down through that wood line and we'll find something to paint down there, so stay tuned. I just want to show you real quick what I use for colors. I mix all of my colors. I use a split complementary, so I have a warm and cool version of each color, of each primary. So I have a blue purple, a blue green, a yellow green, yellow orange, red purple, or red blue, and then red and yellow, which is a orange, red orange, plus white. So I mix all the colors that I use out here. Try to match closely as I can what I'm looking at over there. So, okay, hang tight. So I have it all cut in now, sketched in. I know it's kind of hard to tell. It looks like shorthand. Only I can read it, you know. So yeah, this is what we got. We got the trees and the distant hills out there. And as we come closer, we have the path that winds around. And then we lose it in between the tall purple wildflowers here. And the path comes around towards the front. So first thing we're going to do is start mixing some of the colors for those distant trees, which is going to be a bluish gray green type of color. So grab a fairly large brush here. I already have some of that blue down there, so we'll just make it a gray green. And a little bit of white. Anything in the distance is going to be bluer and lighter in color because of the atmosphere. So we got some green there, and let me test that out and see what we got. I think we can go a little bit bluer. So I'm going to mix some more blue in there. And more yellow orange. And what we got now? There we go. Now we're talking. So let's put an indication of some of those distant trees out there. We don't really need too much detail because I just want the eye to be here and, you know, follow that path up through. So scribble in some of those trees over there. All right. The farther back we go, it goes a little bit lighter and cooler. So just add some white to that mixture there. A little bit too light. Some of that in there. There we go. In this scene here, I'm not going to get any sky. So it's just basically a field of green out there. We'll break it up a little bit, make it look good, hopefully. Like I said, this is a sketch. Just something that I can maybe refer to later if I'm doing a studio piece and, you know, I come across this scene. You know, I'll break this out and take a look. But really it's just an exercise in observation. That's the word I was looking for. There we go. Alright, so we're going to come far closer. So we're going to warm that up. Add more yellow. Right tone there. Let me see what we got now. Oh yeah, that looks good. I'll use the brush strokes, the directional brush strokes, to give the feel of that hill over there. You know, which way it's sloping or moving. shadow over there, so add some more blue to that, and a touch of red. Warm up the shadow. Okay, so over here, light's coming off from the left here, so bring the shadow off to the right. Okay, go back to the bright green color here. This kind of goes off that way. Mix a little bit more. And that way. Alright. And this path. A little bit this way. A little bit of shadow. So really all I'm doing now is blocking in the general colors. And then I'll start at the top. You know, once I get all the way down the bottom, I'll start back up the top and start putting a little bit more detail and getting the colors closer to what I see. So that's the process that I'm doing here. So that way you don't fall asleep on me. I'm going to turn it off and bring you back once I get the first layer down. The blocking in portion is all complete. So now we're going to start at the top again. Start putting in detail and getting the colors a little bit closer to what I'm seeing out there. So I'm going to start with a fan brush. And I cleaned off my palette. I had all kinds of greens and reds and purples mixed in here. So what I do, each layer I do, I wipe the palette off and then start over mixing colors. That way everything doesn't wind up just one solid, you know, same shade and tone of green. You know, give it a little bit of life to it. So we'll start mixing colors again and go with the basic green. See what happens. Pretty quiet at this end of the park. Haven't seen anybody out here walking around or anything. A lot of traffic up on the road. You know, people up by, there's a old church up there, and people are coming in and out of there. I guess, you know, tourists, sightseers. But it's good to be quiet sometimes. You know, just sit out here, just me in the oils, going to work. All right, so we will lighten that up. Always looks different. You mix the color on your palette, and when you bring it up to the canvas, it's all, you know, you think it's that's a pretty good color, and you put it up there and it's way off. So, I guess that's because color, you know, affects each other. You know. So lighten that up a little bit. There we go. All right, we're gonna put in lay the land up there. Those distant hills. Not too much detail. Wildflowers, tall grass, a little bit of everything back there. We'll put some of that in. A bit there. And there's also, I don't know why, but there's like a patch of orange out there. Looks kind of cool. So guess what I'm doing? Mixing orange. We'll put that in there. See what it looks like. Some of the yellow orange here and a touch of the red orange, which is very powerful color. And it's pretty, get a little more red. See what it looks like up here? That one's actually coming in from the side. Yeah. It's pretty good for a base color. Highlights on it. I don't know if that's a grass or different kind of flowers, wildflowers. Looks pretty good. It's a nice little contrast for just a green field out there. So little bit. Okay, so now we got a nice bright path of green, yellow green. Put that on there. That's right about there. Patch. And on the other side of the path, there's a mixture of everything out there. So, I'm going to start off with a darker green. It's a little bright. Knock it down. Alright, let's see here. Yep, we can see that. Wildflowers out there. They kind of come down there and over there. Alright. And we will go back to that orange color. There are some orange flowers out there. See how that looks. Right down here. Yep, it looks different than flowers on the other side. Alright. Then when we come through the other side of the path, here. It's more blue than green. And yellow. There we go. Alright. And again, following the lay of the land, just with brush strokes, you can tell, give it the direction. The way those distant hills are going. Over here kind of flattens out. We'll just bring them straight across. There. And we will go back to this side, to the right side, which is a little bit darker green. Really not much detail there because I want the flowers up front to really be the main subject. Alright, so far so good, I guess. Trick is never give up. You start a painting and you put a couple lines down and you're thinking, man, this thing is never going to look right. Keep at it, stick at it. You'll get it right. To see what's bothering you, what's not working, and then change it. That's all it is. And we got a different colored tree way out in the distance. I'm going to add that just to break up that background. There we go. It looks pretty good. I like that color. Put that over here for another tree. Really, we could put a dark side on that because the sun's coming from this direction. And this one. So I repair heavy equipment for my job, my profession. And they help me with these videos. As I'm working, I work by myself, I'm on the road. I start talking to myself, okay, I'm going to, take this wrench, this is what I'm doing to the truck, and, this is what it needs to be done to help with the videos, because, believe it or not, I don't know if people are out there, if you ever tried to make one of these videos, it's a little difficult. You know, you got to constantly talk. You know, it's not as you're painting. You know, half of my brain's thinking, what color? How am I going to put it on there? Then the other half, you know, I have to remember. Oh yeah, you know, I got the camera going, so let me, you know, look over my shoulder and make sure people are still alive. You know, awake. You know, so. But here I am, doing what I can to make art. Not art the person. There. Oops. A little bit too much white in there. You know what? We can blend that out a little bit, give it a little form. Alright, that's a little better. Man. One of the pains of plein air painting, you will get stung by mosquitoes. Yeah. Normally I have a can of off bug spray I spray on me, but of course I forgot it. So I'll just complain about it and itch. Alright, so we got those hills in there. Let's tighten up that path coming down. Right here. Wraps around there. Wraps around there. Okay, that one actually has some more. Yeah, like I was saying, you start painting and you forget to talk, or you forget what words you're trying to think, you know. Man. Alright. Some of that same orangish brown color off to the right side there, just to make that path jump out a little bit more. And since the sun's coming this way, make this side of the hill on that path a little darker, give it a shadow. Alright. And should be enough for that. Okay, I'm going to darken up that distant tree back there, off to the left. That tree could almost be a field study on its own. Instead of walking around for miles and miles trying to find a perfect picture to paint, sometimes you just come out and pick a tree and paint it. You know? This might be one of those trees someday. Alright. I gotta lighten that color up. And make sure we're yellow. I think that's got it. Let's see. Nope. And again, mix some white in there so we can see it. Alright, that's a little bit better. And really, this isn't, again, the focus of this little study here. So just indication. Let us know, hey, that's a tree. There was a tree there that day, you know. I'm gonna put that in there. I think I might be able to go a little bit whiter. So just add white to that mixture. Just give the pads, the leaf pads here, a little definition. There we go. So I was at a different side of this park about 2 years ago, I guess. You know, doing a study, field study, just like this. And you know, people come by, they're usually nice. And, oh, you know, that looks nice. It's, you know, good job, and it's a nice scene, or, you know, they're usually pretty positive. Well, I'm this younger guy comes riding up on a bicycle. He was riding through down the path. He says, "You mind if I look?" I said, "Sure, come over and look." I said, "I'm just starting, kind of look like this, And he comes over and he looks at it and he says, "Yeah, you really started." He says, "Man, that looks like shit." I started laughing. I'm like, I took it back and I'm like, you know what? You're right. It does. I appreciate somebody being more honest. Yeah, but like I said, that was the beginning of the painting, so it took a little bit to get the painting to come around. But yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. Yeah, that's the only time that's ever happened. Yeah, everybody else, like I said, is usually pretty positive. All right, I think we're gonna put some of those branches, tree trunks in there. So mix up some brown. Brown is orange with blue. That gives us brown. Keep it relatively dark, but more on the red side. See? Here. Try to keep my brush on the chisel point here. We're pretty dark down here, so just use the red down there. All right, so we got some trunks in there. And there's a bush or something growing underneath that tree. It's pretty dark. So we'll just add that in there, just dark value. All right, how's that? You know what? I think we can tighten up that shadow. Right here. There. All right. So if anybody's watching this, and I hope you are, leave me a comment down the bottom. You know, you can say, "Hey Frank, shut up, you talk too much." I'd appreciate that. I would. So, all right. So it's been running for a little over 16 minutes now, so I'm going to stop it and bring it back a little bit later when I'm closer. All right, mostly done here. I'm going to mix up some color for these purple flowers right here, and then the white ones over on this side. That should be. It's hard to tell when the painting's done, especially for an artist, because we're always constantly, "Oh, I could put that in there. I could put that in there." It's yeah, it's hard to know when you're done, but it's done when it's done, I guess. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? All right. So I'm gonna make a purple here. Purplish pink. Man, more red than blue. Some more white. I'm just mixing with my finger brush because I had it in my hand. It's getting pretty close. A little bit more white. And a touch of red. Alright. I'm going to switch to a very tiny brush here. A 1 flat. Although that doesn't look too flat, but it's alright. Once you load it up with paint, you can shape it any way you want. And I think that's pretty close to what is already there. So, gotta go lighter. And that should show up. And a little bit of highlights here. Try to get the general flower shape there. A little indication of highlights. All right. And the bugs are really waking up now. Okay. Come down to the bottom. Some there. Don't want to cover up all that color I put down there, just a little indication of some flowers. Okay. And we're going to switch to the very pale green flowers in front of it. That looks better. Oh yeah. It's a different type of flower, so we'll just give it little dots. I think we're coming to the end here. Just want to put in a couple of these leaves, just as a reminder that, you know, these flowers had leaves on them. Not all of them, but some of them. Pick the angle and put my mark down. Kind of gets lost down at the bottom there. Alright, so we're going to call that a painting. So what I got to do now is get cleaned up. Came out alright for a field study. You know, that's what I came out here for, just to try to match the colors and what I'm seeing out there. So if you like the video, hit the thumbs up. If you don't like it, hit the thumbs down. Either way, I appreciate you watching. And stay tuned, and when I get time, I'll make a few more of these. So thanks for watching.